Hi everyone, this is Dharshini M.Sc Nutrition Dietetics, working as a lecturer in E.S College of Nursing. Today we are going to see about fats, which is the one of the macronutrient and which is very essential to our body, and it functions many more. Introduction: they are concentrated from form of stored energy compared to carbohydrates. Major source of calories or energy and improve the taste and odor of foods and give a feeling of fullness. Fats form the structures in our bodies, including muscles and nerves, membranes, and blood vessels. They are essential for the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. Fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K. Next, we are going to see about the continuation. They are made up of a complex molecule constituting a mixture of fatty acids and an alcohol, generally glycerol. They are important nutrient because they give us energy. The body store energy as a layer of fat under the skin called adipose tissue. Adipose tissue plays a major role, like it protects our skin from the UV rays, etc. Next, we are going to see about the classification of fats. Fats are majorly classified into three types. They are saturated fats, unsaturated fats, and trans fats, in which saturated and trans fats are bad fats. Unsaturated fats is a good fat. Next, we are going to see about the saturated fats. They are usually solid at room temperature and come from animal sources, can also be found in plant sources. It is a bad fats. They are not good for health. It will increase our LDL level in the blood and decrease the HDL level in the blood. Whereas LDL referred to as low density lipoprotein, whereas HDL refers to high density lipoprotein, which is good for our heart health. Second type, unsaturated fats. They are important for intake in our diet and also reduce the risk of heart disease and lower bad cholesterol. It reduces the LDL and increases the HDL level, where LDL refers to low density lipoprotein and HDL refers to high density lipoprotein. Unsaturated fats are classified into two types. They are PUFA and MUFA, where MUFA stands for polyunsaturated fatty acids, whereas MUFA stands for monounsaturated fatty acids, in which the PUFA and MUFA are classified. The PUFA is classified as omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids. First, omega-3 are EPA and DHA. EPA stands for eicosapentaenoic acid and DHA stands for docosahexaenoic acid. And omega-6 are found in nuts and oils. Nuts such as sesame, like nuts such as almonds, pista, cashews, etc. Whereas oils like sesame oils, olive oil, groundnut oil, etc. Then in MUFA, the monounsaturated fatty acids are found in oils and nuts. Next, we are going to see about the trans fats. Trans fats, they are called as hydrogenated fats, formed when oils are partially hydrogenated. The process is change in the chemical structure of unsaturated fats by adding hydrogen atoms to make them more saturated. Whereas hydrogenated stands like addition of hydrogen to the oil. When the oil is exposed to the air or it is overheated or reused, the oil is transferred into trans fats. Next, trans fats are unsaturated fats, but they behave like saturated fats by the increase of bad cholesterol, low density lipoprotein, and decrease the good cholesterol, high density lipoprotein. Then hydrogenation. A fat that is liquid in room temperature is called oil. When hydrogen is added to oil to saturate its fatty acids, it's called hydrogenation. For example, margarines have undergone hydrogenation, which they are converted into more solid form of fat. Whereas many more examples like mayonnaise, they are used for seasoning and for the enriching the color and taste of the foods. Next, rancidity. Development of off flavor or the change in fats or oils that is accompanied by undesirable flavors is known as rancidity. Spoilage due to oxidation, chemical or microbial, is known as oxidative rancidity. Spoilage due to hydrolysis caused by microorganisms or lipases present in the fat is called rancidity. whereas rancidity is spoilage of oil. Example, like if the oil is not stored in a tight container or exposed to the air, light, or the exposed to the air, light, and it is reused or not yet stored in a clean container, etc. Fatty acids introduction, in which fatty acids are fundamental components of lipids which are essential for various biological functions. Fatty acids are essentially long chain hydrocarbons with a carboxyl group COOH at one end. This structure gives them a head, the carboxyl group, and a tail, the hydrocarbon chain. Then the fatty acids are classified into mainly two types, saturated and unsaturated. The saturated are lauric acid, myristic acid, palmitic, and stearic acid. Whereas unsaturated is classified into two types, monounsaturated and unsaturated. In that, monounsaturated is omega 9 and polyunsaturated is omega 6 and omega 3. Whereas omega 6 is classified as linoleic acid and arachidonic acid. Whereas omega 3 is classified as linoleic acid. Whereas we have discussed in the before slide EPA and DHA, where EPA stands for eicosapentaenoic acid and DHA stands for docosahexaenoic acid. Then classification of fatty acids is two types majorly, which is essential fatty acids and non-essential fatty acids. We can see about now essential fatty acids. Essential fatty acids, they cannot be synthesized by the body and need to be supplied through our diet, in which the diet mentioned by our daily food intake. Then essential fatty acids are linoleic and arachidonic acid, in which they are present in meat and nuts and oils, then seeds, then mainly in avocados. Then second one is non-essential fatty acids. They can be synthesized in our body and need not to be supplied through our diet. Whereas non-essential is already present in our body, we should not intake the non-essential fatty acids, which is present in palmitic acid, oleic acid, and butyric acid, in which it is present in the food like palm fruit and cheese, butter, and etc. So these should not be intake in our diet. Then functions: energy yielding more than twice the energy supplied by carbohydrates. Essential for the absorption of vitamins like A, D, and K. The vitamins are fat soluble vitamins. Then third one, essential fatty acids are maintaining tissues in normal health and reduce the bulk of diet as starchy foods absorb lot of water during cooking. Then with the continuation, it improves the palatability of diet and gives a feeling of satiety. Essential constituents of nervous tissue, phosphatides, and other complex lipids. Then deposited in adipose tissue, and this deposit serves as the source of energy during starvation, which starvation is of like starving for the food, and whereas improved palatability of diet now, like the attraction of the food, in which the oil is used in excess, the people are attracted to the food and gives a feeling of satiety. Satiety means the feeling of fullness of the food. Then the properties are fats or lipids are the most concentrated source of energy in the diet. They are the smooth greasy substance. They are soluble in water, and 1 gram of fat yields 9 kilocalories of energy to the body. Then we can see about the healthier and harmful fats. Whereas healthier fats are as we discussed before, it is mentioned as unsaturated fats. It is classified as MUFA and PUFA and essential fatty acids. It is mainly present in oils and nuts, whereas oils are such as sesame, almond, or like almond milk, then olive oil, etc. Nuts such as almond, cashew, walnut, pista, groundnut, and etc. Then harmful fats such as saturated fats, they are present in fat dairy products, red meat, pizza, ice creams, butter, chicken with skin. Then trans fats, they are present in the baked foods such as puff, egg rolls, and etc. Snack foods, fried foods, vegetable shortening, and fast foods. Next, we can discuss about the dietary sources of the each fats. First one, saturated fats. It is from the animal source such as meat, eggs, milk products. Example, cream and butter. These are the images for the saturated fats. Next one is unsaturated fats. Then unsaturated fats are from plant sources like peas, beans, old cereals, nuts, cooking oil and oily fish and etc. These are the images, and we can see through the old grains, the nuts and the fish, etc. Then the dietary sources of trans fats, they are baked foods, snack foods, fried foods, vegetable shortening and fast foods. You can see the images, examples like baked foods in the first image. Second image we can see the fried foods, and in the third image you can see the chips. So we came to the end of the fats. So thank you.